Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 2 of the league tournament that happened at Die Hard Games on November 2nd, 2023. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. League Cup, Saturday, November 4th at 11 a.m., and League Challenge, Thursday, November 16th at 6 p.m. Both Central Time, both at Die Hard Games, and check out Pokemon's event locator for more premier events at Die Hard Games, such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good stuff. But anyways, let's get into this game. Hisuian Zoroark versus Darkrai V-Star. Darkrai V-Star starting things off in this round here with a Battle VIP pass. Just kidding, double Nest Ball. Nest Ball lets you search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench. The Radiant Greninja is found, and the Squawkabilly is found. Quick rundown of the strategy of the Darkrai V-Star deck. Darkrai V-Star wants to get as much darkness energy in play on its side of the field, and it does Dark Pulse, 30 plus, 30 more damage for each dark energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So we want to get that dark energy accelerated with things like the Glaring Moltres, V ability, but before that we'll talk about Squawkabilly, EX's ability. It can only be used on the first turn. Squawk and Seize. When you do, discard your hand and draw 6 new cards. So letting it all go and starting things fresh here with the Trekking Shoes. Draw the top card of your deck. You can keep it or discard it and draw one more card. Darkness energy into the discard pile. We like to see that there for it to be accelerated with Dark Patch and what else? The Galarian Moltres V ability, of course. Concealed Cards was used to discard another Darkness energy and draw 2 more cards. Galarian Moltres V hit the bench, and Ultra Ball being played here to discard 2 cards. Iono being discarded, and a Judge to search the deck for a Pokemon card. Basic, Stage 5, Mega, anything. That Darkrai V is going to be found, the main attacker of the deck. Very nice, and put onto the bench. Or, the Darkrai V-Star is the main attacker, but it has to evolve from something. The Darkrai V. Galarian Moltres uses its Dire Flames ability to accelerate a darkness energy from the discard pile to itself. Are we going to see a manual attachment? I think I saw a darkness energy in hand, but maybe not. Passing things over to our Hisuian Zoroark player, attaching that Justified Gloves to the active Bidoof, along with a double Turbo Energy. Gapejaw Bog being put into play as a stadium, and Professor's Research being played as a supporter for a turn, discarding the hand and drawing 7 cards. Gapejaw Bog, whenever either player puts a Pokemon in play, it takes some damage. Double Capturing Aroma being played here to search the deck for some Pokemon. I didn't quite catch the flips there. I think maybe there was 1 Tails and 1 Heads. So 1 basic and 1 evolution Pokemon can be found. We will see. Yep. So that Hisuian Zoroark V being found there, along with the Gengar. The Gengar has the Netherworld Gate ability. Once during your turn, if this is in your discard pile, you may put it onto your bench, and if you do, put 3 damage counters on this Pokemon. That's because the Hisuian Zoroark V-Star's strategy is to use its Ticking Curse attack 50 times damage, 50 damage for each of your Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. So this deck wants to get damage counters on all of its Pokemon in play. Ultra Ball being played there to nicely put that Gengar, a couple Gengar, in the discard pile, where their abilities now online. To find that Spiritomb, Spiritomb shuts down, its ability shuts down V Pokemon abilities. So that Moltres V cannot use its ability anymore as long as the Spiritom's in play. It takes 2 damage counters, of course, thanks to that Gapejaw Bog. Hisuian Zoroark V being put into play with the Choice Belt. It takes a couple damage thanks to the Stadium, of course. Both of those Gengar come out of the discard onto the field with 3 damage counters on them. And Bidoof attacked. Flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. Those Justified Gloves do 30 more damage to the opponent's active Darkness Pokemon, but 0 damage attack there, so no damage can be added. Play resumes on the right. Starting things off, putting a Temple of Sinnoh into play. This is a Stadium for choice. Concealed cards on that Greninja discards a Darkness Energy to draw a couple more cards. Temple of Sinnoh makes all special energy just a colorless energy. Darkness Energy manually attached to that Galarian Moltres V and Hisuian Heavy Ball being played. That lets you look at your prizes and put a basic Pokemon from there into your hand. And if you do, switch the Hisuian Heavy Ball with it, shuffle the prizes, set them back out. Another Darkrai V joins the bench there. Let's see, the Spiritomb is blocking the Galarian Moltres V's ability, so just going to have to pass things over to our Zoroark player here. Gapejaw Bog coming back down, countering the Stadium. The Stadium wars are real. Professor's Research being played to discard the hand and draw 7 new cards. Yep, there's a Klefki in there. Double Turbo Energy being attached to Hisuian Zoroark V. Another one comes down on the bench and takes some damage thanks to that Gapejaw Bog. Ultra Ball being played to discard a couple cards and finding that Hisuian Zoroark V-Star being evolved there. Bidoof retreats into the Zoroark V-Star, which is doing more than enough damage to take the KO on the opposing Galarian Moltres baby. $230 damage being done right there with a ticking curse on that Hisuian Zoroark V-Star. And now who to promote? Our dark players taking a look at their discard pile, seeing what's in there so that way they can make the best choice here. Squawkabilly come into the active, and play resumes on the darkness side. Boss's orders being played to bring up that Gengar on the bench. Boss stall. Hate to see it. Immediately escape rope being played to make the opponent choose a new active Pokemon, and then you do the same. Hisuian Zoroark, ticking curse, enough to KO the Greninja, Radiant Greninja. Play resumes on Darkrai's side. What can they do? Lumineon, starting things off with Lumineon. Luminous Sign, when you play it from your hand to your bench, you can search your deck for a supporter card and put it in your hand. It, of course, does take damage thanks to that Gapejaw Bog. Professor's Research being the supporter pulled out of the deck there. And Lumineon goes back. Okay. Huh. Wonder what's happening there. Ah, Lumineon V has no ability thanks to the Spiritomb on the bench there. Okay, so yeah, I missed that, and our players did too until the last moment there. Spiritomb V makes it so V Pokemon have no abilities, so that Lumineon had no ability. But it looks like our players caught it and just reversed things on their own. You know, hey, I wouldn't have played it. Uh, Obviously, wouldn't have played it with the Spiritomb down. My bad. Is it okay if I just take it back? Yeah, that's cool, man. Alright, cool. They just reversed things there. Boss's orders being played again. Boss stall on that Gengar, and play resumes on Zoroark's side. We need another switch out. Gengar, it looks like, has 2 retreat, so that would stink to have to discard another double turbo energy to retreat, as one was already discarded to retreat that Bidoof. But Professor's Research going to discard the hand and look for more options here. Ultra Ball, discarding a couple cards to search the deck for a Pokemon, either Bibarel or Hisuian Zoroark V-Star, but actually failing that one. Okay, so maybe there's already one of those two evolution Pokemon in hand. We'll have to see. Capturing Aroma being played. Okay, I think that's a Tails. Yep, so that means find a basic Pokemon. Klefki being found here. Damage Pump being used to move some damage around the board from that Gengar to the Bidoof. And the V-Star power ability Phantom Star on the Hisuian Zoroark being activated there. Discard the hand and draw 7 cards. Another escape rope being luckily found there to move the Hisuian Zoroark into the active. The Darkrai player promotes the Darkrai, and Hisuian Zoroark takes the KO on the Darkrai. Glaring Moltres V being promoted into the active spot. Ultra Ball being played on the right here, discarding 2 cards to search the deck for, finally, that Darkrai V-Star. Psychic Energy in hand, okay. So that means that over there on the left, so that means the Gengar can attack if they want. Not a bad attacker. It looks like Hisuian Zoroark V-Star is running away with this game. Floating away, drifting away. It's a ghost, right? We got spooky theme going on. A couple days after Halloween, but that's okay. We could celebrate it a bit more. Trekking shoes being played as well as no. Actually, we're using the Darkrai V-Star power, Star Abyss. During your turn, you may put the 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand. So Trekking Shoes and Escape Rope being the targets here. Not what you want to see. Usually you want to get those dark patches back to accelerate more energy, but looks like that's not where we are right now. We need energy as well to at least get an attack off, so we're going to look for it with Trekking Shoes. Drawing not an energy card, the Darkrai V-Star being discarded, and there we go, an energy card is found, so at least this Glaring Moltres can attack and start putting some pressure on, but I think he immediately gets respawn KO'd on by that Zoroark V-Star. Not looking good here. Escape Rope being played. The opponent promotes a new active Pokemon first, then you do the same. That Squawkabilly being played. Squawkabilly is about to attack. Am I really going to have to look that up? Okay. Squawkabilly's attack. Motivate, 20 damage, attach up to 2 basic energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So okay, some synergy, some acceleration going on here. 2 dark energy going to be attached to that Darkrai V-Star. Psychic Energy being attached to the looks like, yeah, we're done with the game there. So let's wrap things up here just for the commentary. We're excited about attacking with the Squawkabilly EX, of course. Let's see, Psychic Energy being attached to the active to manually retreat into that Hisuian Zoroark to take the final KO of the game there. Gotta love those prize cards there. So yeah, pretty good game. Not 2 decks that you see very often, so very cool to see. What do you guys think of this video in the commentary? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.